All right, guys, come on in. Jumped up here for just a little bit. Happy Monday to you once again, man. Shout out to DC. We are doing some wonderful things here in the nation's capital. Please make sure you share the page out with a friend. If you just wanna, you want to just view the page from time to time, man. And if you're not doing nothing, this is just one of these pages, right? If you just find yourself bored in the house, or you just, you're doing your Uber, you just this is just a fun page, man. We stay on a bunch of positivity, man. If you just want to get you a laugh, maybe you can. I was getting ready to do something a little bit earlier today, but something told me, bro, you can't do that. Like, you gotta mean what you say and say what you mean. So it's no going backwards, right? But I was just brainstorming, a little bit. And sometimes, man, uh, you'll hear a voice, right? And some will just tell you, man, why don't you go ahead and poke the bed, right? But some just said, bro, don't just go ahead and leave that alone, bro. At a certain age, man, we joke and we laugh. We can get serious when we want to. We know when a situation is serious, but far as this internet stuff, man, you gotta leave people alone. I was going back to the idiot who jumped in my comments and told me I don't know what I'm doing. And I was just great, get just a little mannish, right? But some say, bro, come on, bro, you can't you call yourself enlightened people, telling people don't look backwards, and here you go. Certain stuff you just don't want to entertain, but sometimes you be bored, right? You just want to, but it gets you nowhere, right? So you can do that. That's still your fellow brother, man. However you slice it, you got to pray for people like that, man. Anytime somebody want to emulate you or be like you or take shots at you, that means you're just doing something right, right? If somebody don't mention your name, that's when you need to start worrying. And matter of fact, if they even don't even mention your name, that's cool too, right? But shout out to DC. And I was looking at the 769, man. My aunt called me last night, and it seemed like every time she come in the city, she called me, and those are her after the area code, those are her first three numbers, 679. And you can't play all the numbers you think of. You'll go broke, right? Especially dealing with all of these lottery gurus and these magical lottery scientists. I'd be looking, man, like, do they even believe their self at this point? I'm talking about really though. You got some to say I don't play numbers, right? So how are you even trying to help? That doesn't make sense. I don't play numbers, but I'm going to give you suggestions. Nah, Negro, we want you to get your hands dirty like we do. We don't, that don't sound right. What are we even listening to you for? You don't play numbers, huh? So what are you like, how are you a factor, first of all? We just need to put you on the top shelf, man. You don't play numbers. It's no need for you to talk. You don't understand people pain out here. The minute you bust $100 bill, you look and you like, oh my God, I done bust this 100, man, and hit. I probably got 80 of that left. Before you know it, that's gone. You can't feel people pain. You don't know what people going through, man. So you can't tell us nothing about no numbers. You can't tell us about numbers, man. All right, so let me know if you feel froggy. I'm willing to, help somebody out with a little $50 wager, man. If you feel like you want to bet, we could bet on some pairs. We could bet on one number. I have some cash apps, 24 y'all in here. It don't hurt, man. You can give me a thumbs up. Take your middle finger if you don't like me. Take it, take it. I told y'all you are welcome. That doesn't make sense. 24 of y'all in here. Can I get four out of the 24 thumbs up? Can I get four out of the 20? You want to know what cologne to buy next? Let me show you. Somebody gave me a little sample of this. This might be my next one. I'm talking about this stuff right here. You can smell this stuff from a mile away. So if you want some cologne, go ahead and get you some. Go ahead and get you some. This is the name. Somebody gave me a sample of this because I'm like 10 out of 10, man. When somebody walk past me, I'd be like, oh, I see you got, they'd be like, bro, how do you know? I say, man, I got the nose. I got some of that stuff you got on too. Sometimes, man, the cologne don't smell as it smell on somebody else. They be like, bro, how do you be? I got cologne too, bro. I got cologne too. So this might be the new thing. You might have to go out Tyson's for this, I think. Or what's the other it's one more store. They be having the same cologne. I forget the name of it, but go ahead and Google this. When I'm telling you this stuff smell good, it's off the chain. It's a nice smell. Appreciate the love. It's a nice soft smell. And um, get you some, man. Treat yourself, dads. Lately here you've been having a lot of unisex. Can you say that country? Say unisex country. Good. Unisex. Did you say sets? Like unisex. I be trying, man. Y'all should have heard my mother yesterday when I gave her gift. I knew she was going to say it. You remember I told you, and I said, Ma, I had to get you something, Ma. And the kids, they got you some. I got you some scratch all. What is this? What is this anyway? I told you I haven't used the last perfume yet. Ma, I mean, it's Mother's Day, Ma. It's Mother's Day. I mean, do what you want to do with it. Spray it in the bathroom. You one of these. You think you live somewhere in Chevy Chase or Georgetown with your windows open. You know how those folks be living. Knowing you'll use it and spray it. For like a smell good. But man, we had a good little time yesterday, and I knew she was going to say it. What is this? What's this? What's this? Ralph Lauren. This blueberry. What is this? I said, Mom, can I get in the door, please, Mom? Can I get in the door? But this, you just can't. But hey, man, you gotta appreciate your moms, man. Shout out to you, man. If you found yourself visiting your mom, keep your head up. I know many, moms are not here, right? And shout out to you. Keep your head up. I know you're holding on to some of that stuff your mother used to tell you about. If she talked to you about anything. And yeah, man. So to the dads, you can go ahead and jump on this early. You can start throwing little signs around. You can just start leaving your notes. I'm sure we will be recognized on June. And then if we don't, we don't, right? I mean, it's up to you to treat yourself how you want to be treated, right? There ain't no need to throw a pity party. Man, I just gave you this. Ain't nobody tell you to do that. You done that. I'm do like my cousin folks. You what do you say? What man? I'm going down Slim House, man. Let me hold a couple of dollars since it's Father's Day. Go down there. We might go to the bar. You not my father. He like, huh? I wasn't giving you nothing. You not my father. But I was like, oh, so what you was thinking? Because you had kids by her, you just thought maybe, hey, this is from the kids. One of those, yeah, that's how it's supposed to go. And I was like, bro, come on, bro. You did right. You came on down, and we was gonna get it in. Hey, man. That's how it is. You can't assume everybody think the way you do. He's an Aries too. I say, bro, I understand what you mean. Yes, you are a father. Yes, you supposed to got a card and told the kids to sign and say this is for your dad. But some women, you're not my father. Some men, you're not my mother. So when it comes to Mother's Day, man, you got to be very careful with that. You can't pick and choose. You have a wife. Yes, your wife got to get something. You have a baby mama. Your baby mother had to get something. You have a mother, man. You want to wear these big boy pants, man. You got to wear them. You got to wear them, man. There's no excuses for that stuff, man. Everybody want to be big boys, do big boy things. You got to wear that. You got to wear it, man. Right? Can't pick and choose. Oh, well, nah, that's my mother. Bro, well, you still got kids back. Go ahead and get the card, and, put a little something in it. If it don't hurt. I just know, man, this guys just got a lot of excuses when it comes to Mother's Day and stuff like that. But yet you need the woman though. You need the woman, right? Seen a brother on social media a while ago. I think I could have any woman I want, bro. No, you can't, bro. Where, bro? Please, where? Where at? It's good to puff yourself up, but where? Where at? I'm so confident I could have any woman I want. Where, bro? I mean, where? Show us what you're working with or something, bro. Not far as but show us. Show us. I don't even talk to a woman. I just look at them, bro. That Goldie and all that 70 stuff, bro. That done played out, player. That played out, player. You want to let your nails grow out, bro. You kind of like far back in time, bro. You're gonna get yourself laughed at. Sorry to tell you. Sorry to tell you. So y'all come on in. Y'all had me to maybe 8:40, and I gotta get ready to rock, man. I just wanted to say something, and I made a little statement, and I had to explain myself because our lingos here in the nation's capital. It can get fired. It's a brother on IG, a good brother, man. I gotta start writing these people names down. And matter of fact, I might have to turn IG back on just so I can link up with him to try to get his book. He have every definition of word slang that you need if you find yourself in another state and you be like, man, why I keep hearing these words? He got every definition for you. You might can go on IG or Facebook if you will. He's a comedian. I forget his name. And he starts off with I was in the Joan and I saw the Joan and I was there when the Joan, Joan is something that we use. It could be a thing. I like that Joan. It could be a car. He give you every definition of any little thing you want, right? So I left in I sent the short out today and I said watch somebody pole ride, right? And I wanted to explain that because pole ride just simply mean to me, right? Basically watch somebody copy, but it gets just a little deep when you say pole ride, right? If you used to go to the strip club, shout out to the Penthouse, Northwest Washington, D.C., Georgia Avenue. I'm trying to tell you, who Nans had the best chicken wings and mumbo sauce when you left up out of there. I'm trying to tell you, man. You could kind of like, and it's no exaggeration, because sometimes I ride past there and I just look over there and I'd be like, God damn, where y'all at, Who Nans, man? Like, what type of sauce was y'all using? You go to a penthouse, man, you see the women, many women might even have poles in their living room. A lot of women are doing that. It's really good for your inner thigh, if you just want to test your strength. It's that way. It's not always, a sexual kind of thing. Some women have poles in their house, right? Pole ride can be something like totally different. I let your mind run free with that, right? As a 49-year-old, many here, you'll hear the word D ride, right? And I kind of want to phrase it away from that because as of a 49-year-old man, I wouldn't think that you would be saying your other fellow brother is D riding. I mean, even to say that at an age, if you anything past 35 or even 25, man, stop D-ride. Like, damn, like, bro, like we kind of losing our identity when it comes to these slurs. And if you want to say something, man, just stop copying, bro. But I always say watch the pole riders, right? Because pole man, whatever people want to say. But I had to throw that out there because many might say, "Why you keep saying stop pole ride?" It's for the average person who's spy on your page, like y'all know, like my little brother, who back when we used to. I don't even think I used to go back and forth with him. I mean, I might shoot him a little something sometime. I always like to encourage him. Ever since he said that I was copying off of him and working out, bro. I've been working out for probably over 15 or 20 years now, bro. Like, I mean, can't you look at the frames? So if you telling me I'm copying off of you working out and looking at you now, I wouldn't, that right there just speaks volume, bro. I mean, no pun intended. But that's a name for people like that. That's why I say pole riding. Can a woman pole ride? That's when it gets a little gray area there. You figure it out. I never had to call a woman a pole rider. I don't think I would, but I do have a few in mind. But respectfully, I would just say I just see somebody just, copying my style, right? So we want to try to rephrase those words, but I want everybody to go to IG. I forget his name. Damn it, man. I done logged myself out both of my accounts. Uh, and I mean, while you're at it, you could just go to DC comedians. You will find them. You have so many of them. I miss those guys already, man. I got one, that's my guy. This brother here is dynamite, man. Spin it how you make it. And he have really brought me through some, it's some times that, man, sometimes you just got a lot on your mind, and you just go on social media and you have guys like this, man. The man is doing so good. He's making his own little clips. uh he got a thing where he run up to his folks and get a little something up off of them, and it's just a beautiful thing what all of these comedians are doing in the nation's capital, man. But y'all might want to just go and order that link, get that book, because you'll say, who, what do these Bammers be talking about? Because I know y'all call us Bammers too, but I'm sure they're gonna give y'all some good definition of Bammers and what we call Bammers, right? So if you want just know some lingo, and I was like, damn, I was just talking about that. I said somebody need to make a book about all of these words that you hear, and lo and behold, here he came with it, man. So God bless that brother, man. I just hope, everybody in the city, man, just keep reaching the top. We all can do it. It's good to see if you see one of your fellow friends from the nation's capital doing some good things, man, positive. It's always a plus. And I swear we have some comedians here in DC, man. Right. Y'all don't forget to go to Lonnie B. You can sub to his channel. He's on YouTube. He's on IG. He gonna have you laughing. It's everybody, it's just a whole wave in the nation's capital with these comedians, man. And they're doing a good thing. I can't wait to run up on one of them because I'm gonna ask them for some money, and I'm gonna really just see. I ain't gonna ask them for a lot. I'm gonna be like, man, let me hold $20, man. Can you treat me to Ben's Chili Bowl? I have yet to get up on one of them. Now, it's one named Andy. I seem to always miss him, and he always wearing Batman apparel. And I used to be like, man, how I keep missing this guy? And he's another one. And then you have a few walks around with goats, like real live goats. I want to meet them. They walks around with goats, like real live goats, man, here in the nation's capital, man. And then out further, Maryland, you're seeing guys riding horses. So man, we doing some real live things, man. We always had our little wave, we start doing things, and that's when you want to say people be pole riding, bro. They just seems to take it, but it's cool though. If you could set any kind of trend, that's good for you. Like me, I used to wear straight legs in school, straight leg jeans, untied, never stop. Every person I see now, man, tennis shoes untied. I'd be like, every time I see somebody, I just be laughing, man. Somebody say they go Reds, man. He's smiling to himself again. There he go again. That boy is crazy, man. But I just be smiling because I seen one of the good guys I went to school with up there in Roosevelt, brother Rick. Of course, if you're familiar with the Madden shop, you know who Rick is, and he saw his son. Man, I saw him one day, and he had his son with me. Like, bro, I'm trying to tell you, bro, even before this new style came with these guys wearing these hot waters and straight legs, and he said, man, this dude been doing this stuff since the mid early 90s. Didn't care. Tall and lanky and everything. Lanky, didn't care. Did not care. Never cared. Where did I get this stuff from? Man, shoes untied. I used to go to malls so much. Hop out of one pair of shoes, grab, throw the shoes in the box, or some family members might be riding, man. You can get them Slim. It just was like that. You never had time to lace them up. You never had time. You wear them probably for about a week straight. That's it. That they scattered around, right? They scattered around, and that's just something I do. Shoes untied. Now the dress shoes are a little different, right? But tennis shoes untied, man. And it's like everybody I see, I'd be like, damn, I wonder, like, where did they get this from? Like, or have they been doing it? You can look at somebody right now in the city. You might see a few dudes, shoes untied, untied. So with that being said, man, shout out to DC. Y'all don't forget to go to that brother page on IG. You're going to see him, light skinned brother, man. I forget his name, but all you got to do is search DC comedians. You're gonna run into him. Make sure you get that book because every little lingo that we have, he gonna break it down for you. He gonna break it down for you, and it's just something for you to know, just in case you come to the city. You first thing you'll be hearing, even you can jump in. What's up, Slim? They'll be looking at you like, damn. Say that again. What's up, Slim? You coming with your little accent? They like, all somebody gonna do is laugh. Like, who you up here with, right? So go ahead, do that, man. Let's support our own. And with that being said, beautiful souls, everybody have a beautiful day. Shout out to DC, man. We still have some more numbers. If you like 656, make sure you keep it in. These numbers are coming out 976. We started off with 053. That was our first drawing. I do something every month, to where as though that I read up on, didn't burn a whole lot of night oil, didn't run my numbers through no machine vigorously, just simply read and just, used the instructions. And there we have it. We have 369. We have 976, right? So I wrote 6667 down because we had it, and as you can see, it's up in there, but those was not the instructions. But you don't have to listen to country all the time. Don't you don't have to listen to country all the time. Not all the time. So and let's go ahead and do this. And I'm gonna get up out of here. Today is 511, man. Let's go ahead and see what's going on. I know they're on Facebook going crazy about okay, today is the 11th. We have right here 1 1. We have a 5. We had 2026. Today is the 11th. 11 plus 5 is 16. We're gonna go 16. We have two ones. We're gonna go 1 1. And I'm sitting there like, okay, that might work. But basically, man, 11 and 5, entertainment only, man. 11 and 5. If you want to go 16, today is the first day. Universal, my little brother took that. Y'all do know that, right? We're gonna go 16-10. And I was like, this man got the gall to do that and won't say nothing. Like I couldn't do that. And lo and behold, because I did see his little feed on my other phone. And this is how I know this guy is a fraud, right? And I'm not going to take a shot at him, but watch this. Somebody took my hookup. I say, man, let me give this man some love. Let me give him a thumbs up. Somebody is on Facebook trying to convince him, or just asking another fellow brother, this is brother here, Mr. Dion Stelly, who, you know, hey man, why don't you share my page? Listen to this. Why would I want to share your page? Why wouldn't you? Is there a harm? Is there a harm to use your platform to help somebody else out? See, I told y'all um he has this thing about him. I always want to say that somebody took his girl. He's one of these type of dudes who just like to handcuff things, right? And when I'm listening, I'm like, so I was right. I mean, if I know somebody who have a good lottery page, I would, hey man, y'all go to such and such page. Why would I want you on my page every day? Nah, go over there and learn you something else. So when he said that, I said, oh, wow. But you would take something that I demonstrated and you would use it, but you won't say, I got this off Third Eye page. You called me sweet. You could have said I got this from off Sweet Third Eye's page. That would have been fun. I got this off Sweet Third Eye page because I said, damn. So I'm like, oh my gosh, man. I cannot believe this dude is doing this, man. This 2026, he won't even say what it represents. He'll just say 10. And I'm like, damn, bro, if you're gonna write it, just say what it means. Don't worry about it. Everybody know who you are at this point, bro. They know you're a fraud. Don't just write a 10. Tell somebody. 6 and 2 is 8, plus another 2 is 10. Universal 10 or universal 0. But he had a gall to say, why would I want to tell people to follow your page? Why wouldn't you? You call out people. You call out, what's my brother name of New York? King Quad. You need to go to King Quad page. This is not what I do. So why wouldn't you tell somebody to visit somebody else's page? You're always screaming about the other cool guy. I forget his name. Real cool. I like his demeanor. Don't even have to be up on him. You always mentioning his name. And I could look at this guy and just tell, bro, that man ain't not even thinking about you, bro, at all. See, I give you a little love, that's what I call it. But in all actuality, bro, you're not like really worth the time when it comes to going back and forth. You're not really worth the time. But you caught in the kettle black. Somebody asking you, hey man, why don't you share my page? Lift me up. And you really want to say, why would I want to share you? Why wouldn't you? So again, it tells me and maybe everybody else what we know, what we needed to know about you, bro. You're a pure fraud. You're a pure fraud. You can look at his page, and my DNA is all on the man's page. He's a pure fraud. But that's what we do. So 1610 today, right? If you like 161, you could play it, right? But sometimes, man, I'm gonna show y'all something. Sometimes it work, sometimes it don't. So we already at a 10. 2026 10, 15, 16, 17. Want to see it again? 2026 10, 15, 16, 17. We'll go 7-1-0 today. Or we'll go 17-10 today. Should watch it in all states, right? So that's it. It ain't this is man, look, this is what the number is. Today is the 11th plus 5. Where are we getting all the rest of this stuff from? One sister, we're gonna write the pairs. And that's a good thing. Can't knock it. 41. We're gonna write the pairs. Oh, 5. All these gonna be your pairs. Then we had the 11. Never 65. How else can you get 11? Uh 9-2. Sis, what you doing? What are we playing? What are we playing, sis? You're saying a pair 32, 41, oh 05, 65. What are we playing? What do you want us to play? And then the minute a number come out, 215. I told y'all. I told y'all. Subscribe to my channel. You told us what? What did you tell us? These are pairs. Are you going to put them together or nah? What did you tell us? I'm hoping people investing all their money because in a minute, man, they gonna kill all this stuff, man. They gonna get rid of all this stuff because it's just too many misled lottery predictors, man. And that's just how I feel, right? It's a headache. Even if I wanted to follow somebody, Texas, you had this eight tracks number one. Remember when I said, whenever you get that zero, it get busy. Zeros is like full of it, man. Zeros you go 08s, zeros you go 14s, zeros you go 01s. But in a minute, man. they gonna cut it out because it's just too much misadvertise. They're misleading people, man. People are getting misled. All right, so common sense, right? If we living off of down, middle, and up patterns, if we just had 769, guys, it comes from a 002. It comes from that batch of numbers, right? Don't forget the second option 0, 66, 67, 68, 69, 77. Say if you had 077 in your state, you probably just need to buckle down on triple sixes, 768, 679, all of these numbers. I prep y'all real early for this stuff. Why is it so hard to understand? I know it can be, right? But this is something that people need to know. MD, we're still waiting on 5554. If anybody had triple fives in your state, what's left? 044s, triple fours, 200s. If you had 200 in your state, you just need to play triple fours, triple fives, 5554, or 445. That's it. What are you looking for? That's what I be trying to figure out. When I was on Facebook, I'm like, damn, now this person know good and well, they've been on my page for a minute. Got all of the instructions. What are they looking for? What more are they looking for? What more are they looking for? With third eye, we don't gotta listen to you like what you don't, but what are you looking for? You don't. You clearly don't. You need to explore, right? But what are you looking for? What are you looking for? There's some more hits in here too. Give me 1 second, guys, and I'm out. Some more hits up there somewhere. I just say, man, you can't help people, bros. That's why I say, man, and I'm gonna take that brother advice when he said, man, you gotta stop going live every day. You gotta stop going live every day. You just need to get missing on your page. And I done that probably in the month of April. Right? He was like, man, if you want to shake basically he said you can't shake it. So once you shadow ban, you just shadow ban. They're on your line. And over here, the 3744. Don't forget, guys, whenever you see a 37, go 44. See a 44, go 37. These were some numbers. I don't know whose state this was, but I think somebody had 5504. Five of y'all in here, man. I know y'all can talk. I just know y'all can talk, man. Don't lay on the page and don't say nothing, guys. You never know what might happen in your state. It's something else. DC, I still like us for 14, 15. Give me 1 second, cause give me 1 second, guys. Okay, so we're gonna go to GA because I wanted to see something. Give me 1 second. Because I think they just done this. That's crazy, man. I say, yeah, man. Somebody done took Holmes' girl in school. It's like he never bounced back yet. He never bounced back yet, man. Somebody asks you, somebody say right now, hey, third eye man, say something, man, on for my page. So, man, no problem. What you want me to say, man? No problem. No problem, man. What else what you want me to say? I always say, go to this page, guys. These are some very intelligent people. Go to this page. I mean, bro, you can't hold nobody hostage, man. I just know I'd take his woman. Back when I was, I know I'd just take his woman. He probably try to take my lights out like some of these guys was trying to do in the city, man. And this was kind of like before my time. Uh, you know, let's see. I thought of somebody so much, and I really shouldn't have done it. And this is like this was like in the earlier 90s, right? This was like in the earlier 90s, uh before I, settled down and, became a family man. And A female had a child, right? And I got her a car. It was a Pinto, silver Pinto. And she had her first kid. And I knew I was wrong because the drama that I was already going through. And I'm gonna end on this note. So I got her the car. I say, hey man, got you a ride. Matter of fact, I think either got it from my buddy or he sold it to me. Or he get not matter of fact, he gave it to me. He said, man, I got a Pinto for you. That's back when the Brentwood auctions was really rocking. 1905, people was going to the auctions like every week, right? And I was like, bro, I ain't driving no Pinto, bro. But I jump in it, make me a little run, kept me a nice smelling morning fresh in there, even treated that car good. And it was when I'm talking about a bucket, it was a bucket, but you couldn't tell me nothing. I think I had me a Green Bay, what I had. For some reason I like Brett Favre, still do, even though he go through his little issues. I had Abercrombie and Fitch green hoodie, of course, some tan Tims, and a Green Bay Packer hat. Yeah. No, wildberry tree hanging. Wow, I had wildberry and then that car smelled so good. And I say, look, man, I got you a car. Got her a car. Had a baby father, man, wild guy, man. Just was talking about some of his insecurities, with another good fellow guy, and just like how, man, this brother, man, if he even catch you around this girl, he pull up on you, with the cannon, man, and he ready to take your lights out. And I got her the car. One might would have thought, damn, man, but mind you, we still in our like real early 20s. Somebody help your baby mother out by giving them a car for your newborn baby. And during that time, it was cold, nice heat, nice everything. He takes the car. Somebody, it's one thing, and this is how females get you caught up in here in the nation's capital. See, some of them is just so messy, and even now they don't give a damn, right? That's why men, you just still got to be careful, man. At your age, at your own age now. It's one thing. Okay, I got a car. Oh, cool. Oh, such and such bought this. You jealous? Like, why would you say that? He took the car, bust all the windows, flat all the tires, and that was it. Now, word around town, man, no Slim looking for you, man. I'm just letting you know. I'm like, bro, I ain't, it is what it is, man. And at this point, an average, female who just want to keep stuff started, and you look at it today, and you go down memory lane, it was just so dangerous, but all you was doing was helping. It's one thing, oh, I got a car. Anybody could have gave you a car, one of your cousins, anything. Oh, that's why such and such bought me a car, gave me a car. Why would you say that? Why would you say that? And that's what this clown gives me. He gives me, you know, um, he's very threatened by any man. And you gotta watch guys like that. Guys like that that's threatened by another man, they kind of like have some kind of violent, feminine kind of, spirit in their body when it comes. You gotta watch men like that. Man, I give a man his props all day long, and that's what I do. Many might say, "Oh, Slim, man, hey man, you smell good today." Seen a young man yesterday, and I'm about to go. He called himself trying to walk past me. I say, "I see you, young man. He great go to church. Done changed his life around." I say, "Hey, look, Slim, let me tell you something, man. He said, "God damn, Unc, man, you spotted me, man. I was trying to creep in the alley." I said, "Bro, you uptown, bro. It ain't no creeping uptown, bro." I went to him, gave him a hug. I say, "Man, you look nice." I say, "Where your cologne at?" I say, "I smell you." He said, "No, I got some more, but it came from Amazon." I said, "Yeah, man, you doing a good thing, man. It's Sunday. You got your little usher, pin on. He get ready to go usher in the church, right? Usher." I say, "Man, don't be afraid. Don't be ashamed of what you're doing, bro." Brighten up his day. Gave him a hug and everything. I said, "Nah, bro, you you can't. What you mean? You see, I try to. Nah, man, it's no. Nah, bro. Never be ashamed of what new direction you want to take. Maybe some of your little homeboys will come behind you, bro. These are the same youngins who I stopped past the neighborhood the first time. They was like, man, we gotta give you some respect, man. These are these same youngins who I stopped past the neighborhood and talked to. But do any of them know he go to church? No, probably not. He probably get laughed at. But now he can say, "Man, I seen Unc, man. Unc gave me a hug and everything, man. I'm gonna go to church and shout now. I don't care about y'all dudes, man." So with that being said, beautiful souls, everybody have a good day, man. Whatever you do, stay out the way, share the page out with a friend. With a friend, man. Somebody gonna win this week. Somebody is gonna win. Hopefully it's me. If I win, you win. I can't look out for everybody. If you leave it up to me, I would. But if I win, somebody know that cash app gonna ring, right? If I win, right? Somebody know that. So with that being said, man, wouldn't you want to be on a page like that? So with that being said, everybody have a beautiful day. Man, here you go, right here. Go get your some. It smells good. It smells good. It's like a little sample bottle, man, but it smells good.